What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Forging the New MCU. This is a series where I break down each project in my own Marvel movie universe that I covered in a series of live streams with myself and Marvel Mad. I have them linked below if you wanted to watch the entire story up until this point, or just the entire story itself. But for today, I'm going to be talking about the next entry in the cosmic saga, Guardians of the Galaxy. Before I get started though, make sure to subscribe and like this video, I'd really appreciate it, and let's get to it. Alright, so the synopsis for Guardians of the Galaxy is, the Guardians of the Galaxy face their greatest challenge when Korvac, a malevolent being wielding the power cosmic, emerges with a vision to reshape the universe. As the Guardians navigate through cosmic realms and ancient civilizations, they must unite against a foe who can manipulate reality itself. With the fate of countless worlds at stake, the ragtag team of misfits battles to prevent Korvac's cataclysmic ambitions. So again, because this is the established universe, the Guardians have been a team for quite some time. This team consists of Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Phyla-Vell, and Cosmo. This is pretty much the same team as we've seen in our current MCU, except with the addition of Phyla-Vell and Cosmo, who I think are two really great characters to have in this team. Kind of builds the uniqueness of this team. There is still going to kind of be that, banter between all of them like there were in the current MCU. That's just a part of all these different characters working together, basically. But I think it works really well in this franchise. And as you could tell from the synopsis, Korvac is the villain of this movie. Not a lot of people know who Korvac is, but I was introduced to Korvac through the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show. And this episode saw the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy meeting each other and trying to stop Korvac, which I thought was really cool. So that kind of, in the back of my head, when I was thinking of what this could be and thinking of a villain, I was like, Korvac should be the villain. So Korvac is a scientist from the future. In this franchise, he's basically like, everyone's doubted him. He's trying to prove himself as a smart guy who can, change the world for better. And everyone is kind of like putting him down. He's like, yeah, you're not good enough, that kind of thing. So he kind of tries to commit suicide, basically. He flies himself out to space to die in the stars where his knowledge will never be reached by someone. And he is found by someone that gives him the power cosmic. Through this power, he goes back in time to our present day of this universe, and he's basically saying, you know what, if I'm back here, I can reshape this universe in how I want, how this would best help the universe based off my knowledge and all that. This can be my image of this universe. And obviously he's doing it through methods that are unethical and are pretty evil. So the Guardians catch wind of this cosmic being that is threatening the universe, and they're going out to investigate, and they come across him and they have a huge battle. Korvac escapes and the Guardians have to kind of regroup, find more information on who this guy is. They end up coming across Uatao the Watcher, so he kind of tells them his story, who he was, why he's here now, that kind of thing. And they kind of start to develop a plan, which is going to be really cool in the end. They are a group of completely opposite people, but they are a family at heart. And that's what was so good about the current MCU movies, is that the Guardians were a true family, and that's what you'll get in this. And for the look of the team, I kind of imagine them in their comic accurate suits, like Star-Lord with his full mask, blue and red suit, Gamora with the, yellow outline to her eyes, white eyes, and the cape, all that. Drax, green skin, red tattoos, dual knives, stuff like that. And the rest of them pretty much the same. So in the end, they end up having their battle. Obviously, someone with the power cosmic is a huge deal to go up against, but Phyla-Vell, who is a very powerful character, is able to kind of stand a chance against him and kind of start to, she's the heavy hitter of the team. I thought that would be really cool for this, because Phyla-Vell is a character who was just introduced as a little girl in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but she's maybe in her, mid-20s. She's trying to navigate the hero kind of life, basically, but she is very powerful. In the end, they kind of get him to a point where he is overwhelmed, and he says there is another being that was sent across the universe that should be of worry to the Guardians, not him. So Korvac, in the end, is killed by the Guardians. Phyla-Vell, rips him basically open, the power cosmic is unleashed, and he's dead. So through this, the Guardians kind of have to come up with another plan of, we need to track down who this guy is that Korvac was talking about. They end up leaving Korvac's body to just float in space the way he originally intended to, die, basically. So the post-credit scene for this, after some time the Guardians are on course to their next mission, but they stumble across the ruins of an apparent planet. They are shocked by the horrifying sight and encounter the powerful being Korvac warned them of, Galactus. They're coming out of their hyperspace, basically, travel, and it's just an asteroid field, basically. Like, there's rocks everywhere, and they're like, what the heck just happened? They see a huge figure out in the distance, and he looks back at them with glowing purple eyes, and they realize, wait, it's Galactus. This is the one that he was warning us of. So that is who will be coming into this later on. The Guardians are going to play a big role later on in the franchise as well. So it was very exciting developing this because the Guardians are so awesome. They're some of the most unique characters in the Marvel Universe. Korvac, in the end, is one of those villains you can empathize with him in the way that he was put down. He was trying to prove himself and everyone just kept telling him no. And he was like, okay, the only way to prove myself is to use this power and try to, reshape everything in the way that I think would best help the universe. So he's one of those villains where it's like, he does have a point, kind of, and I think he could be established as one of the most well-known Marvel villains if this was made. So that's, again, why I wanted him in this, especially. And I just think this Guardians team is really good as well. I think all of them would bounce off of each other really well. Obviously, the style in my head of what I see is basically very similar to something like maybe Dune, something like the Guardians movies we already have. Very, like sci-fi, obviously, and kind of dark in a way too. So that's what I wanted to get out of this. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure again to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you all in the finale to phase 2 of the Cosmic Saga, The Uncanny X-Men. So I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.